Hello, all the RHSI members. Hope you're all doing well. And I'm going to bring you on a bit of a tour of Brook, just a short tour to look at some of the snowdrops and a few other plants as well. But it's now the beginning of February, and you know, people laugh at me collecting snowdrops, but especially this year, the joy that those little snowdrops have brought me. And I'm probably going to be the only one that sees them, but it's been great fun with them this year. And we're always much later here in Brook. It's usually kind of the third weekend in February. It's usually the best for the snowdrop collection. Yeah, so let's have a bit of a walk. Hellebores are good as well at the moment. Remember, with your hellebores, they're hungry plants. Give them a feed if they're not doing well. I love this snowdrop here. This one here is called Galanthus Daphne Scissors, and when you look at it, it's like a pair of scissors. You look in there, see? I think that's kind of cool. So that's Daphne Scissors, and they're broken up. This is a new bed. This is one of the new beds that we put in last year. Last spring these beds were put in, and they're kind of raised up a little bit, which really helps for the snowdrops because you can see them a bit better than if it's just on a flat bed. This is a pretty little one. This is Trumps. Poor little snowdrop having a name like that. And you can see the green markings on it. And I divided them after flowering last year, and they're doing nicely now. They, you know, if snowdrops aren't doing that well for you, give them a divide. I really like that one. It probably doesn't bulk up as quick as Trimlet. Trimlet is the best of those snowdrops with the green markings. For me, it's the best. It bulks up really quickly. But there's lots of them now. There's quite a few with snowdrops with the green markings. This looks very nice. What's this one called? Jade. This is going to be nice. Green markings as well. Very, very nice. I went through a phase of collecting Primulas as well. So what I did was, you know, they really need division. So I dug all the different Primulas up and I put them in the various new woodland beds, divided them, and I think they're going to be really nice. So just remember that with Primulas, that they run out of steam in the ground where they are. So that's that lovely one. I think it's Wanda, the little purpley flower. Really ordinary one, but it's a great colour. We were just filming bamboos this morning for the winter online course. That's pretty, fall over that lady. Yeah, we did a whole video on bamboos. So this was one of the bamboos that I was recommending, and it's Thamnocalamus crassinoides Q Beauty. And the volunteers did lovely pruning on it last year, where we raised up the canopy of it, took off the side shoots, took out any kind of twiggy growth, you know, and left these the good big older, well, they're not necessarily older, but the good healthy canes, and that dusting on it there makes it look blue. So that's your Thamnocalamus crassinoides Q Beauty. Fabulous bamboo, and it's quite available as well. And then at the back of it there you have your Hamamelis growing, and it's Hamamelis ex intermedia Western Stride. What is it? Westerstead. So try to remember, that's hard. And it's a lovely Hamamelis. And I think if you can fit in a hamamelis into your garden, they're not the most beautiful looking plant when they're not in flower. But again, I think for your mental health, this time of year, anything that flowers is worth giving it a go. And even if your garden is small, maybe it's worth taking up some space with a hamamelis. There's lots of different ones. And I find that the yellow ones are a lot better because you can see them. Whereas the darker flowered ones, you know, those kind of deep wine coloured and orange ones, they kind of disappear sometimes in the garden. So my favourite of them is Hamamelis X Intermediate Pallida. It's really vivid yellow and it starts flowering around Christmas time with me, and it's still in full flower in another part of the garden. So of course we have lovely Snowdrop here, Magnet. And Magnet's great, and you can see Magnet kind of hangs down like that. Magnet's a great Snowdrop for bulking up. I don't even remember putting them there. It's a beauty. But this is Trimlet, and Trimlet is only opening now. And you can see it with its lovely little nodding heads, and it's really bulked up along there. Such a good Snowdrop. And I'll divide them now after flowering. Usually I wait till they're about to die down, the leaves. But to be quite honest with you, with division of Snowdrops, you do it when you have time after flowering, really, isn't it? I don't get too caught up that it has to be, that the Snowdrop has to die down. Because if it dies down, you forget and you don't do it. Okay? And I also collect Eranthus. The lovely little Eranthus, and this one here is Guinea Gold. And again, you know, it's kind of funny thing to collect because they're all similar enough. You have a lovely green one here. This is really green. It's not open yet, but very green, the flower. And it's a beautiful, and it's called Noel Ayres. Noel Ayres. Very, very nice one. Now this is a complete show off, this one. This is your green tear. And this is the green Snowdrop, one of the green Snowdrops. And it's bulking up really well there. So that's ready for division now. And what I'll do is I'll definitely divide this and do a good big area of it in the in one of the new woodland beds. It's fabulous. And this one here is Louise and Bromley. You see this Snowdrop? Look at those beautiful silvery blue leaves. Really nice. Doris would like to say hello. Hello everyone. Doris is really missing the public, and she doesn't know when the public are going to be able to return, and Billy doesn't miss the public as much. But he's looking forward to whenever we can open again, whenever that will be. And a Snowdrop that's never really bulked up for me is South Haze, and again it's one of the greens. Do you see this green marking on it? And it's always just had one flower on it, and this year it has 4. So I'm really, really happy with that. And then I collect these Arums. I think that one is called Ardens or Ardens, I think. But I like these Arums. Now, a lot of people are terrified in case they spread. You want to make sure you take the seeds off them before they fall. Then here, this area, decided not to tidy it up this year, so just left the leaves on. And you got that great early Snowdrop, a Kinsey, great for bulking up. That's Magnet, actually, that one. Because Magnet always hangs down on the little string. But this is a Kinsey in here. Kinsey. It's a good big Snowdrop. Great one. this is one of the oldest beds with snowdrops, and they're kind of mixed up in it. I don't really care whether they're mixed up. They're lovely, just mass planted. Now they're not in full bloom yet, but in another week or two these will literally be just covered in white. And what's really exciting is that the erythroniums are starting to come up, because I collect them as well. What do I not collect? So beautiful there. Seeing the erythroniums and the trilliums starting to come up. I've never actually counted how many I have, but I know this year, because you know, we can't buy from the UK, it's great to support the Irish nurseries, and we really need to get behind nurseries and gardens that open as well, because we're all going through a really tough time. The likes of Robert Miller down in Altamont, he's got an amazing list of snowdrops. Field of Blooms, he's got a great list of snowdrops as well. And Claire, what's Claire's second name? Bloomer, isn't it? Claire Bloomer. If you want it, anyone can send me a message and I can give you the name of those 3 nurseries that sell snowdrops. But yeah, get behind them and support those Irish nurseries. This here is the last one I'll show you. This is Green Finch, and you can see it's got the green tips to it. Such a lovely snowdrop. Lovely, lovely snowdrop. And I think what's really good about you know, the woodland garden. The woodland garden, if I'm not feeling great, and especially at the moment, it's been, you know, it's a roller coaster for everybody. But your woodland plants, when you're working with woodland plants, now when I'm looking here, I'm seeing all the shoots of the Corydalis coming up, the Lamia morvala, the erythroniums. You know, there's great hope, there's great, I don't know, just when especially working with those plants at the moment, for me, is that, you know, that spring is on its way. There is hope and it's exciting. So definitely, you know, rather than sometimes working in the other herbaceous borders here, where everything is still asleep, the woodland plants are waking up, and that's why I absolutely adore them. So I hope you enjoy that walk around. I just wanted to say to you as well that I am now writing for Gardens Illustrated, and if you wanted to I'm writing the plant section there, plantsman section, so the 10 favourite plants each month. The first one is out now, February. Our magazine is out now, and what else? If you want to check out we've been filming the online courses since last March. So we have 3 up there. We have late spring, early summer, we have high summer, and we have autumn, and we're nearly finished filming winter. And we're straight into filming now propagation courses. Going to do 3 propagation courses. So they'll be all on the website. And then we're doing the once a month Zoom lecture from Hunting Brook about all the plants that flower that month, and that's on the website as well. We're going to do February through to November once a month, and you can sign up, and if it's not if you're not looking at it live, it will be available to watch for a few days or a few weeks afterwards. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoy that walk around, and yeah, hopefully we'll get to actually see each other in the summer, and when all this craziness is over. So mind yourself, stay with your woodland plants, start collecting snowdrops. Alrighty, thank you very much.